Here, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, hello. Happy Veterans Day. If you don't know, you know. So go out and tell people that have, put their lives on the line. The people that are alive and no longer here that allowed us to go after our dreams and speak our mind. Freedom. But some freedom is going to end for some people, some illegal aliens, at least with the new czar of the border. So Trump says, I am pleased to announce that the former ICE director and stalwart, did I say that right? Stalwart on Border Patrol, Tom Homan. Who's Tom Homan? Well, there's a video clip right here. Maybe you remember this.
I have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Mic drop. So that's who we're talking about. He will replace Kamala Harris. He'll be joining the Trump administration in charge of the nation's border, the border Czar, including but not limited to the southern border, the northern border, all maritime and aviation security. I've known Tom for a long time, and there's nobody better at policing and controlling our borders. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of the deportation of illegal aliens back to the country of origin. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt that he will do a fantastic and long-awaited for the job. I'll tell you guys straight up, this is what the Trump administration needs to do as well. Wherever the people are going back to, these illegal aliens, back to whatever country, as soon as they touch down, they need to make sure before they need to get paid. We need to get reimbursed for all the supplies and resources, the time, the people that we had to pay to go take these people down, the planes, the gas, everything. The country needs to pay that back, wherever they come from. If they don't, you slap tariffs on them. Do it. We need to let people know for all those other countries that, hey, if we're going to be sending back your illegal aliens, your people that came here illegally, you're going to have to pay us and have a list too, like have a receipt, have it all down in whatever language they come from. But that's what they need to do. Here's the man himself. Here's some epic clips from our future czar that I think is going to go far. Look at some of these clips.
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my country.
I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments disgusting as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do in my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on that, but I disagree. But I also disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone to criminality.
People for 3 decades on this.
Gentlemen, time is.
Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan,
Look,
please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a
You're rude, ma'am.
protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair.
Mr. Homan.
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
So the recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is whenever U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
We have seen one estimate that says it would.
Okay. Well, when you put it that way, let's see. He's right here at the RNC too. Let's see what else.
These can be deported together.
You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going home. I got another message. Another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done. Why would you release 5 or 6 female children to one male sponsor? Why would you do that? So God help these children. God help these children. I love kids. And this administration, I don't want to hear another word about you being humane. You're putting children at risk. Record number of Americans are dying. Record numbers of migrants are dying. There's one guy who can fix this shit, and it's Donald Trump. Look, I knew President Trump was going to run before you did because I had dinner with him in Las Vegas about 6 months before he announced. And we were having dinner, and he looked at me and says, Tom, I think I'm coming back. If I come back, can I get you to come back? I says, I tell you what, sir, I'm so pissed off, I'll come back for free.
That's awesome. I actually seen the video clip where Donald Trump, he says he's going to go after the cartels. He said he wants to dispatch our military on our southern borders. Dude, if they really nip this in the bud, I mean, this is the way to do it. And this is the most recent video of Tom.
You know, one thing we heard during 9/11 report was we shouldn't have stovepipes. Law enforcement should work with law enforcement. But, you know, there's two things. Number one, under President Trump, he was suing the sanctuary cities, DOJ suing the sanctuary cities, pulling federal funds. Of course, day one, when Joe Biden came in office, he stopped that lawsuit. So that has to be put back in place. And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, you know, a suggestion. If you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send to New York City because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. But it's much easier to arrest a bad guy. Like I just said, we're concentrating on public safety threats of human and national security threats. Right. It's much easier to arrest a bad guy in the jail. Give us access to Rikers Island that we've been kicked out of. Let us get the bad guy into jail. It's safer for the alien. It's safer for the officer. It's safer for the community. But if you're going to release these bad guys, out in the community, then we're going to have to go find them, which puts the officer at risk, puts the community at risk, and puts the...
I just want to stop it right there. Lake and Riley, a lot of people lost their life. The excuse was the jail cells were too full and everything. Well, how about this? Let out everybody that's behind bars right now due to cannabis possession, unless they were working with the cartel or some massive drug organization. It doesn't matter their creed. It doesn't matter how much they had on them. As long as they were not working with some kind of terrorist group or big drug cartel, they should be let out immediately. Everybody across the United States, that would free up so much room for these illegal aliens to put them there, like he's saying, until they can get them deported, instead of spending taxpayers' dollars going out to find these guys. Once they catch them and then they release them, store them in there. Get everybody. If we want to clear up space, then we need to let everybody out, in my opinion, that's behind bars right now for cannabis possession. Let them out immediately. deschedule and not reschedule, deschedule cannabis on the controlled substance list, take it totally off, reclassify it just like alcohol and tobacco. Do not classify it as a Schedule 3. We're talking deschedule. Take it completely off, because if alcohol and tobacco are known to hurt you, and we see a lot of medicinal benefits, even though the FDA hasn't approved with cannabis, then one would have to suspect that we cannot look at cannabis anything like anything else on the controlled substance list. It's totally different. We can agree on that. So we shouldn't give it the same look like all those other bad drugs. And if they're going to have tobacco and alcohol not be on the controlled substance list, then in my personal opinion, I don't think cannabis should be either. And that's why it should be descheduled. And that's why, in my opinion, we should clear up the jails by getting everybody out of there that's behind bars for illegal cannabis or for cannabis possession right now. And then these illegal aliens, they put them in there, they hold them off in there until he can get in there and they can start mass deportations. They start where? With the ones in the cells, right? You take all the illegal aliens that are already in the jail cells and you mass deport them. Now you already have space to put new ones that you find on the street. So let me say it again. Trump needs to, okay? So Trump needs to what? Get in there. Like, what I'm saying is, if you want to speed this up, you got to get people out of jail that are in there for cannabis to free up space in the cells. Then you take the illegal aliens and you put them in the jail cell while you're waiting to mass deport them. Meanwhile, while you're trying to find, I won't use the word round up, it might upset people, but if you're trying to find all the other illegal aliens, now you're working on getting them shipped out of the country. You're having the other countries pay for the cost of the expenses that it took to ship them there. Now you got like a system going, but in order to get the system flowing, you got to have space. And the only way to do that, I think, is to take people out of jail that are there for cannabis immediately. All right. That's my opinion. All right. That is my opinion. Let's finish what he's saying. Because we're listening to his pain, right? His pain is, there's no room in these jails. We got to go out and find them. If the cops just arrested them and held them there, then we can come and take these criminals and get them going, instead of have to go out and do it, because he's saying they're going to do it anyway.
And bottom line is, it's no one, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And the left keeps saying, well, we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe, come to the police department knowing we don't work for life. Let me make one thing clear. That's just a stone cold lie. Victims and witnesses of a crime does not want the bad guy back in their neighborhood.
That's true.
Yeah. Certainly. And most the illegal immigrant community, they broke the law being that they shouldn't be. However, after being there, they're God-fearing family people. I get it. Do they want a sexual predator in their neighborhood? Do they want someone convicted of DUI 10 times in their neighborhood? Let us protect not only the American communities, let us protect the immigrant community. Who's the victim of MS-13 crime? Yeah. The immigrant community. Yeah. So, if sanctuary cities don't want to help us, to get the hell out of the way, because we're coming.
I love it. The illegal Venezuelan gangs taking over Colorado and such. We need to get our military out of the foreign countries, bring them back, station them on the southern border, like Trump said, like Trump said he was going to do. I can't find the video right now, but yeah, call out the Mexican cartel. You want to know a war that's worth fighting? The war that's on the door of the American people and saving those American people. In my humble opinion, the mainstream media has corrupted and plagued the minds of people to the point where people are so depressed and sad. Pharmaceutical companies are making a lot of money. But not just them. I'm talking the mules, the cartels, bringing the drugs in. And they're not being held accountable. That's why Donald Trump said death penalty to drug dealers. And he wants to go after the drug dealers, not the people doing the drugs, not the ones that are in desperate need of help. He's talked about his plan for homelessness and how to help people with drug addiction. But yeah, bring our troops back, seal off the southern border, have our Navy or whatever, because they're coming over into San Diego, dropping off people on the beaches. Like, yeah, they're gonna have to be watching the shores and the water for a while. Let's go back and start being that backbone for ourselves before we can be the backbone for other people. then we can stand up tall. I like what we're seeing here. This is building confidence and building hope in us, which we should. I want to do this video because, you know, they totally break it down and it makes so much sense. Illegal aliens shouldn't be there. They get drunk, they get in a wreck, they take somebody's life. I have so many videos that we reported on it. If they were never there in the first place, that never would have happened. So regardless, nice or not supposed to be there. It's really simple though. People think it's not really too complex. It's really simple. Illegal alien, I mean, it's really, I mean, I don't know why people, I mean, this is real simple stuff. I mean, I don't know why we have to always talk. This is real simple. You know, my wife is a legal citizen. You know, got to learn about the history. You got to go through the right way. It takes a lot of years and time, and you have to learn about the country. And there's so many. You know, that this is why people are saying they don't want legal immigration, because Biden's administration has destroyed it to the point where it might take decades, but that doesn't change the fact that we're a melting pot. And legal migration, when you take it to the root, is what makes America so beautiful. So no, stopping legal migration is not the way. Stopping green card holders is not the way. It's stopping illegal immigration and stopping people that are using and abusing the system. That is the way. Because the veterans that died for us to speak our minds, and they died for people to fight for the freedom to come here and do it the right way, not illegal. Every illegal alien that comes here and doesn't do it the right way is pissing on the grave of every vet today, just like every politician that allows it to happen and giving them all the handouts while people are on the streets hungry, and our own people. It's not racist. It's not bigoted. It's just saying, hey, we got to take care of our own first. So guys, make sure you like, hit the notification bell, and thank you guys so much for watching the Off Topic Show. And yet again, big shout out to everybody out there. Let me go ahead and say the poem for all the veterans out there. I made this poem about my grandfather when he passed away the night before his funeral. The name of the poem is called Letters for Grandpa. I go by White Noise. You can go ahead and bam, right there. Letter to Grandpa. All right, letter to Grandpa. I'm just going to go ahead and tell it to you guys anyway. It goes like this. Happy Veterans Day, guys. You were gone. Blink of an eye. True war hero, same man that I hope to soon be. Grandpa, my man, in my heart you swim freely. Only if I knew then that it was the last time I would see you again, I would have handed you my hand, paper, and pen. Not just a family member, but a dear friend. Given me the courage and will to keep believing in myself. Live your life like a book on someone else's shelf. Your battle was won, mine has just begun. You give me courage and I'll never run. I'll never back down. I plant my roots into the ground. I stand up tall. I grow to be the one who will rise above it all. Your body won't appear, but your energy is near. Clean mind, open ear. It's you, Grandpa, I hear. So I can't forget that voice. It's my choice. I'm ready to choose. This battle or fight we will never lose. You were gone. Blink of an eye. True war hero, say man that I hope to soon be. Grandpa, my man, in my heart you swim free. Major shout out all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day, guys. It looks like we're going to be on the right track coming up. It looks like maybe this might, you know what I mean? We might be on the right track. We can only hope, right? We can only hope. We can only hope. But this guy, you can feel the passion in him. Like he really wants to make America. You know what I mean? He really wants to make America great. Well, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Man, this is going to be interesting. I mean, are we actually going to be getting, are things actually going to be getting done? No way. Are things actually going to get done? Oh my God. No, Cricket, I'm actually not stressed out at all. Reggie. Quick. Little turkey. No, I'm not stressed out. Rambo's chilling. No stress here, buddy. But I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Go have a great Veterans Day. All right. Well, thank you, Cricket. Thank you for asking, though. I'm good. Hey. No, I'm not. Like, no, like seriously, I'm good, dude. I'm actually really good. Thank you for asking. Exactly, buddy. No. Thank you for asking. I'm actually doing really good. I appreciate you for asking. Seriously, I hope you're doing good too. Let's hope everything gets going good, huh? Make sure you guys hit the notification bell. I really appreciate you asking me, though. That's really nice of you. I would let you know, Cricket. If I was feeling a little shitty, I'd be like, what the, you know what I mean? I'd let you know. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on, folks. All right, it's almost Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then Trump's. And hey, what are you doing, you little turkey? Hey, don't be doing that to the chair. All right. That's all we can do. All right. Later, guys. Here we go. Here we go, baby. And remember the classic line right here.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Mic drop. Thanks, Pally. You're pretty cool, too. Shout out to Tucson, Arizona. Hell yeah. Later, dudes.